Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Or as we say on the YouTube, hello everyone. Quite literally just woken up to a whole bunch of notifications on Twitter, which was like, Nobbel, there's a new cinematic, Old Soldier, can we do a reaction video to it? I'm not recording this on stream, I'm actually doing this on my own. And I figured I'll give it a look. I'll see what it's all about. If I feel like I have enough to say, then I'll definitely upload this. If not, then we won't. Let's see what the Old Soldier has to say. Oh, yes! Aftermath of the burning, baby! Hello, Zappy boy.
Oh, Lord Sarfang. How many do you think?
Too many.
Oh, beautiful.
There is no honor in this. They will come for us now. All of them!
Exactly. Siege of Lordaeron. Huh.
My father, Hikazi. He fought with you in the Third War. He told me stories. How you could cut down 10 enemies with a single blow. This be my first battle. What should I do?
Don't die.
Yes, of course, but if I do fall, may it be with honor, in glorious color.
There will be no glory today. Only pain. You have earned your warrior's death, my son. Yet once again, I am denied it.
What are you doing?
Claiming what is mine.
What are you gonna do?
Go back. I said go back! Live another day. Go back to your father.
My father's
I
dead.
can't. He's dead.
Yeah.
The Horde. It's all we have.
So, You know me. Is that it? What I've seen? What I've done? Oh, give up, boy.
Like you? Live another day.
That's gorgeous.
Without honor?
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Like, you could tell, the better the cinematic, the more quiet I am. You can tell. Ooh, there's a lot to unwrap on this one. Let me get in my thoughts. Right. So this is after we saw the Warbringer Sylvanas episode, which had a lot of people upset. Like, why didn't we see a response for Saurfang in-game? What is going on here? Why isn't the motivation properly explained? And here we see that apparently they always planned to have his reaction outside of the Warbringer episode. Which kind of makes me wonder if they're betting on the whole outrage bit. Because nothing sells better than outrage on the internet. Guilty. Yeah, I love this. I really, really do. And it also touches upon some of the things that happen in this book. I actually want to look it up real quick to give you a proper explanation. But what do we see in the cinematic? Like, we see Saurfang after the events of the burning of the tree. And I loved. Oh, where you see, like, the hands moving. Can we quickly go to that scene? Nobbel, we explained to you the buttons you could use for this. I know, but I just want to go to the scene. Like, I'm just going to use the power of editing to make it so. Look at this. Oh, it's gorgeous.
What do you think?
Oh, it's gorgeous, man. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. It captures so much in one single frame. Where the night elves scream out to the hordes, please go into the tree and save my family, please. And Saurfang can't believe what has happened. This was not their grand strategy. But for those that might have missed the War of Thorns campaign video, they explain it in a way that Sylvanas wanted to inflict a wound that she originally wanted to inflict with the death of Malfurion, but since Saurfang did not take the kill, she decided, like, okay, we gotta take this further beyond, we're gonna burn down the tree. Does that make a whole lot of sense strategically wise? No, I don't think so, but it is what it is. And I thought about why does Saurfang stick with her during the Battle of Lordaeron, during the Siege of Lordaeron. And I figured it was gonna be guilt. Because he felt guilty about working together with her. He felt guilty about leading these soldiers in this battle. Like, how was he going to explain to them what happened? This honorless action. He led them to this moment. I thought it was going to be guilt. But it's not just guilt, because his guilt, as we saw in Old Soldier just now, his guilt had him ready to claim his final glorious death in battle. He has become very similar to Broxigar. Like, when Broxigar was sent on a mission which took him back in time to the War of the Ancients, he was also very suicidal. He also wondered to himself, why couldn't I get my glorious death in battle. And over time he learned, like, I have been dishonoring the memory of my fallen brothers and sisters. And he rose up to greater heights to inflict a wound upon Sargeras himself. And now we see Saurfang also dealing with the ghost of the past. And in the past, he had demon blood pumping in his veins. Demon blood to take away the horrors that he witnessed. And now he wonders to himself, you enjoyed that wartime, didn't you? You enjoyed it in Shefrath, you enjoyed it in Stormwind. And even this war you enjoyed. And it's gorgeous, man. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we see the burning that leads up to the Siege of Lordaeron, and then the spoilers that happen from the beta. I won't be going into the spoilers. Those that have seen the beta stuff, you know what happens next. I'm really digging this. I really, really am. It's nice. The whole part about his son, though, I kind of wondered why his son was so frosty.
Pain.
Like, this orc right here is Dranosh Saurfang. His son that died in Wrath of the Lich King, that died at the Wrath Gate. The spirit was taken by Frostmourne, and the Lich King turned him into a Death Knight, to which we go to Icecrown Citadel, we confront him, and we take him out. In the Collector's Edition, they also confirmed that both the Alliance and the Horde were present. But that was at the top Icecrown Citadel. I imagine it was just very frosty at the top. More snowy than that they portrayed in-game. Because then he takes his son to the Grand. Oh, I love the artistic style they've chosen, man. It's gorgeous. Oh, frame by frame, it's just... And then Zappy Boy shows up, and the Zappy Boy is like, I lost my father to the Horde. The Horde is all that I have left. Are you truly going to abandon us? A son without a father without a son. They're going to stand together. And then in the Battle for Raz cinematic, where Sylvanas jumps down and she's like, for the Horde! And Saurfang takes a moment and just screams his battle cry. To which Zappy Boy looks to the side and he's like, hell yeah! Flames up and they go for it. This is the dude, by the way. This young lad that shoots Greymane in the back. Well done, Zappy Boy. Well done, my friend. Also, Taliesin and Eftel must love this cinematic as it has the Zappy Boy in it. It's beautiful. So yeah, this is just before we dive into Battle for Azeroth. This is just before... No, not even just before we dive into Battle for Azeroth. Just before next week. Just before coming reset where we're gonna do the Siege of Lordaeron. Very nice. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to look up now. As I've been rambling on for quite a bit. We talked about how he felt about past wars. We talked about how he felt after the tree was burning. I think I covered everything. I think I did. Oh, I love it though. Oh man, it's good. It's good. Yeah, one final thing that I do want to add to this reaction video. I thought back to my reaction when it comes to the starting campaign, when it comes to the Warbringer Sylvanas video. And how it felt like this was the most disappointing moment in lore for me. And I just wonder what happens to the narrative storytelling. Because even though only a fraction of this book that comes with the Collector's Edition was presented in game, I think a lot of us would have had a different reaction. If only they could have put in just a little no from Saurfang in the Warbringer episode, or just a little bit of explanation as to what's going on. Better. Motivation. Better. That's the major feedback that I've seen from people. Like, it's cool and all that this story is there, but shouldn't it be in game? And it really makes me wonder if they planned for this, or if they if there was just a disconnect when it comes to the storytelling. Because we have to keep in mind, and this is something that I heard a couple of people argue, that there wasn't enough time. But we have to keep in mind that they're doing something that they haven't done forever, which is telling a narrative storyline over several different mediums. What started with, Christy Golden tweeted about it as well, what started with the announcement trailer, flowed in Before the Storm, flowed into the campaign, flowed into the Collector's Edition books, flows into these episodes. And this Collector's Edition book is written by two different people that had to work together to bring one thing together. Before the Storm, You know, these things don't happen overnight. This is months of planning. So it makes me wonder what happened there and why the narrative didn't comply with what we saw in the starting campaign. Maybe that's just the curse of starting events. It makes me wonder and think back to the Fedamore scenario, which just did not a good story, or did not a good job at telling the story as it did in the novel Tides of War. So my opinion about being disappointed, that this is one of the most disappointing moments in lore, at the time I still stand with it, but knowing more, and knowing this, it's definitely changing my mind a lot. Definitely changed my mind a lot. Just wanted to put it out there. And of course, I also wanted to myself, like, should I hold off on my opinion a little bit longer? That's also something I heard people say, like, we shouldn't jump to conclusions that quickly. And up to a certain degree, I agree with you. But at the same time, when you see something develop in beta, when you see something develop in PTR, and then you finally see it released in all its glory, and then only afterwards do they add more to it, I still have my original standpoint that is a shitty way of telling a story. But yeah, all the same, I'm actually really looking forward to what comes next now. Really looking forward to it. So well done on that job, Blizzard. Well done on keeping people interested, invested, hate it or love it. It's got so many people talking. Well played.